Hi everyone, today I want to share with you a color mixing tip, and that's a game changer, especially if you're using golden acrylic paint. So, say for example, you have a set of golden acrylics, and I happen to have the open one, the golden open and traditional set, and the classic acrylics, not the slow drying ones, also the basic set. And say you have only five colors, but you really want to mix more colors, and you've read some color mixing guides, but it doesn't really make sense. You want to know specifically how much of one color and how much of another color you need to mix together. So then you can Google or go and type directly the address golden color mixer. You will probably first see the old version. That this is how the old version looks like, and you can see on top here, try out our new paint mixer, and you can open it, the new version. It's not technically different, it's just a different interface, and they are rebranding and trying to make it more user friendly, more modern, so there is not much differences. So you found it, golden color mixer. It will be first, I think, result on Google, but if not, you can go on goldenartistcolors.com, and then in resources you can find paint mixers. And I'm talking today about acrylics because I mostly work with acrylics, but as Golden, they produce also oil paints. They also have an oil paint mixer that you can find also in resources. So we found our mixing tool, and now instead of testing all the possible variations of these tubes, because they're quite expensive, we don't want to waste them. What we can do is in the palette section, we can choose actually a palette that we have, and we here have specifically golden open traditional. Let's see if we have that. The website is not working today. Okay, I fixed the website. So say we have just a heavy body paint and we want to experiment, or we have open acrylics, which is different, or we have high flow of fluid. And this is great because sometimes in the brands there are different types of paints. All these different types of paints have different composition, which means the ratio between pigment and binder is different. And this can result in different mixes when we're trying to mix them. And even if we know that like a cool red and a blue will make a purple, certain reds and certain blues, even within one brand, will make different purples. So this is great that they have this specifically palette based filter here, and you can choose anything. I have open traditional, I think they're now calling it open landscape, and if you're not sure, you can always click view palette, and this will tell you specific colors, and you can check if this is the same that you have in your box. For example, I have the colors, let's see, I have crimson. Yes, I have sap green. Yes, I have ultramarine blue. Yes, I have Van Dyke brown. No, India yellow. No. So this is not the set I have, and that can happen, and specifically with me because I have. I have both those sets in Japan, and in states they can have different colors. Okay, let's see. I think this matches more of this set. Heavy body intro. Yep, that's the one that I also have here. The heavy body intro, and it has exactly those yellows and greens, naphtha red. Yes, benzimidas alone yellow. Yes, Titanium white, yes. Black, yes. And permanent green light, yes. Correct, perfect. So this is the set I have, the intro set of heavy body, not open, no slow drying. So I chose this palette. And now when I will be picking a color I want to have, the mixer will only use these colors I have, which is exactly what I need. I don't want to go to the store to buy new colors. I want to use these five I have. And let's start with something with secondary colors. For example, purple. How I can make a purple. And as soon as you chose the color, you click match, and then on the right side you will see the result and what you need to use. So you need to use titanium white and ultramarine blue, and that will not still get you the right color. What you can do is add more colors, and you can say, okay, please use red as well, and maybe it will help, or maybe not. And or you can, for example, say green match, and it says you need to use these three colors, and it's almost the color that you have. And that makes sense because here we have the digital colors. They are very, very bright, and golden is a professional acrylics. They are more subdued, duller colors, which is exactly what nature has in general. And here you need, for example, to mix this green color, you need to use titanium white, permanent green light, and yellow, and those are the ratios. And what also is good that you can say, okay, I need the color, the very opaque bright color, full strength of the color. Then you are looking at this right column, and when you see the tints, 10 to 1 is almost no or white, so it's 10 parts of this green mix you made, and only one part of yellow, because tint in general is when we add white to the color. And as you can see, if we add to one blob of this new green that we got, three blobs of titanium white, this is the color we will get. So you practically with this white, green light, and yellow can mix all these colors. But then you may say, oh, I don't know, I'm running low on yellow, and you can tap reduce colors, and then or white, or because that's actually the case very often. Then when you're running low on white and you click reduce colors, it means that this mixer will use less colors to suggest you. And now, as you can see, we eliminated white, and actually I like this color more, and it's only one part of green and four parts of yellow. And as you can see, there's little adjusters here, and you can see if you will put more of the yellow or more of the green, what differences it can make. But of course, as we said, this is a digital palette, and it's not really relevant if we're doing, say, a portrait, like a real life, real person, right? Or a landscape. So let's see, there is another image that you can play around with. This is actual photograph, and this has a more natural colors, and those sets, the primary sets of golden, doesn't matter open or regular, they are really, really good for landscaping and anything like still life or portraits, because the colors are very close to real colors. And say we have this earthy green. How do we mix that? And apparently, and this is, you see, what was I saying? As soon as we have a more natural color from real photograph, it's easier for us to imitate this color to match it perfectly. And we need to use black, natural red, and yellow to get this color. And again, you can see in the tints column that if you're using white, you can go to a very light beige color with a little green undertone. And this is great because if, for example, we will now upload a picture of a photo, a selfie, or a picture of your friend or family member, doesn't matter, then these tints we can use to match different parts of the skin on the face or on the body, just by using this new mixed color and white. Again, there is a button that can simplify ratio, reduce colors, and you can see that even if you're not using red, you will still have a earthy color, but red will make it duller, will make it more subdued, because the green and red, they are complementary colors. They are located on the opposite sides of a color wheel, so the color will be matching more closely to the one we picked on here. Let's see something else. Let's see, for example, the roof color. It is a gray color, and well, that's probably will be easy, but because we are doing a very precise match of this specific roof on that image, it may seem to our eye as simply gray, but in terms of paints, we may have some biases, and our eyes can simplify things. So in actuality, if you can see, this color is not just black and white. It has some red and some yellow in it, and then it's a perfect match, as you can see. Yes, it is a gray, but when you see it on the color mix, and when you look back at the photograph, you can tell that this is the exact match, and it's not really gray. Yes, it is a shade of gray, but not straightforward black and white. So this is the huge tip I wanted to share with you about, because even Golden, as a brand, they never really push this mixer. You will never find any information on the paint boxes about it, and they don't really talk about it, and nobody really talks about it. So I really wanted to show you a way how you can uh, get the mixing right without getting frustrated, and without mixing and ultimately wasting some paint, especially when it's such an expensive paint like Golden. And I assume you would have a question, can I use this color mixing tool for other brands? And I would say yes, but in that case, you probably shouldn't choose a specific set like the intro set we chose, because the colors will be different. And yes, you will have to adjust, I think, because the Golden paints, they are high quality paints. They use often just single pigmented colors, and they're very high quality, expensive pigments. And if you're working with student grade paint or even craft paint, the quality can be very different, and the pigments can be very different. What you can do, if you have a different brand and you think you can match it and use this tool, what you can do is that you can Google, because Golden has this information publicly available. And for example, you can compare the ultramarine blue in Golden. It says the pigment is PB29. And then if you have a different brand, say Pebeo, French brand, or Liquitex, or anything else, you turn it around this tube, and you find this pigment mention. And if it says PB29, the same as this ultramarine, you have more chances to get the mix right, and to get it really close together. So I hope this helps, and good luck with color mixing. I will also leave a link to my color mixing guide that you can read and find more useful information about mixing acrylic paint and what specific colors you may need to mix different commonly used colors. Okay, bye. I'll see you in the next video.